Help me to reach 2,000 subscribers. The first moment I knew something was wrong hit me so suddenly that my breath stopped halfway in my chest. It was the way his hand slipped out of mine the instant we stepped into the glowing lobby of the hotel where his company held their annual Christmas party. Not gently. Not absent-mindedly. More like he was afraid someone might see us touching. I felt my heart twist. I had waited all year for this night. He had never taken me to any of his corporate events before. He always said they were boring or political or too crowded for someone like me who preferred quiet corners. I believed him. I trusted him. I told myself I did. But that strange look he gave me before walking ahead made something cold settle inside my stomach. He was still close enough for me to catch the scent of his cologne and the faint tremble in his voice when he said, almost too quickly, that he needed to check in with a few colleagues first. His smile did not reach his eyes. I tried to tell myself everything was fine. People get nervous before big work events. People act different around their bosses. This was normal. Completely normal. Except it was not. Through the soft music and glittering lights, I noticed how he kept glancing toward the far side of the ballroom, like something was pulling him. Or someone. I followed his line of sight. A woman stood near one of the tall gold-plated pillars, her dress shimmering under the chandelier. Elegant. Confident. She had the kind of presence that made everyone else fade a little. I saw the way her gaze locked onto him. Not casual. Not polite. Familiar. My chest tightened. He noticed me looking and forced a laugh that sounded painfully rehearsed. He slipped an arm around my shoulder, but there was no warmth in his touch. Only pressure, like he was afraid I might move in the wrong direction. Come on, he said. There is someone I want you to meet. I swallowed the unease clawing up my throat. I wanted to believe this was good. That he was finally opening up more of his life to me. That my doubts were just the ghosts of old insecurities. I clung to that hope because the alternative felt too frightening to imagine. We walked across the ballroom and I felt the woman's eyes on every step I took. She smiled at him first. Not at me. Like I was an afterthought. Or a complication. He cleared his throat and said the words that shattered something deep inside me. This is my sister. Sister. My pulse spiked. I stared at him, waiting for the punchline that did not come. He was smiling strangely. Too wide. Too tense. The woman let out a soft laugh. I have heard so much about you. Her voice held an edge I could not place. She did not sound amused or welcoming. It felt like she was playing along with a script. Something inside me cracked. It was small at first. A hairline fracture. But I felt it spreading. I forced a polite smile because my body went into some strange survival mode. My mind raced through every detail I had ever known about him. His stories. His late nights. His business trips. The moments he had been distant or impatient or lost in thoughts he refused to share. And suddenly they did not look like ordinary days anymore. They looked like smoke trails leading to a fire I had never seen. The woman touched his arm lightly. Too lightly for sisters. Too intimately for strangers. He flinched. Not from disgust. From panic. I saw it. I saw everything. I excused myself with a calm voice that surprised even me. I could not breathe in that room. I walked outside where the winter air stabbed my lungs. My heart thudded painfully as I replayed every second in my mind. His lies. His tension. Her eyes. He followed me moments later. His steps were frantic and uneven. It is not what you think, he whispered. The classic line. The universal soundtrack of betrayal. I asked him why he introduced me as his sister. My voice cracked on the word. He looked at me with a mixture of shame and fear. He said he did not want anyone at work to know about his personal life. That the company frowned on relationships that could cause distractions. That it was complicated. I stood there frozen, feeling like I had stepped into a nightmare where nothing made sense except the ache tearing through my chest. Then I asked the only question that mattered. Is she the reason? His silence answered long before his trembling lips ever could. The world around me blurred. People walked past, laughing and chattering, completely unaware that my entire life had just collapsed inside a glittering hotel lobby. When he finally spoke, his voice shook. He said he had been trying to end things with her. That she worked under him. That it started during a stressful period. That he regretted it. That he loved me. The words felt heavy and empty at the same time. I told him I deserved better than being hidden, better than being lied to, better than being introduced as a sister while his mistress watched with quiet amusement. Something changed in his expression then. A realization. Maybe guilt. Maybe fear of losing control. He reached for my hand, but I stepped back. For the first time I saw him clearly. Not the man I hoped he was. The man he truly was. When I walked away, the snow started falling. Soft flakes drifting around me like tiny pieces of silence. It felt strangely peaceful. Like the world was reminding me that even broken hearts still beat. I did not look back. And the twist came hours later when my phone buzzed with a message from the woman. A single line. I was not the only one. There had been others. And she was filing a report with HR tonight. In that moment, the truth no longer hurt. It liberated me. His betrayal did not destroy me. It freed me.